Hello? Hi. Tough crowd. I have just got back from dropping the boys off at school, Grayson off at daycare. I had to go to the supermarket to get a couple of things. And I have just got home probably about 5 minutes ago. So I'm about to get changed and go for a walk before little mate's, before his sleep. But before I go for my walk, I am going to test this morning's ovulation. So I'll do my ovulation testing for this morning. So I thought I'd just quickly show you guys what I typically do for when I'm testing. I will go over this big wad of stuff with you guys a little bit later in the vlog, but I just really want to get this walk in before Arlo goes down for his nap. But I will show you guys what I do typically when I'm testing for ovulation. So when I'm close to peak ovulation or I'm surging, so my fertility's high, I will use a normal ovulation strip. They're very cheap. A digital first response, so they look like these. I will show you guys once I've peed on it. I won't show you beforehand, but I use one of those. And I also use my digital machine, which gives me 4 days worth of peak fertility. So most people get 3 days worth of flashy smiley faces. So that means that your fertility is high. And when you get a solid smiley face, it means you're at peak fertility and you are ovulating. So your egg will drop within 48 hours of receiving that solid smiley face. So for the last couple of days, last 2 days, sorry, I've had flashing smileys. So I'm going to do these tests and let them brew probably while I go on my walk, and then I will check them when I get back. And once I put Arlo down for his nap, I will talk to you guys more about where my HCG is at, my ovulation testing, how I tested before we lost the baby. Just go into a little bit more detail for those who don't know much about ovulation or those that are wanting to track their own ovulation. I've already accepted that this month is going to be a bit of a messed up month for me because I don't have a period to go off. But like I say, I'll explain that to you guys more in the end of the vlog. But I just wanted to show you guys the process of my ovulation testing for this morning. So I will go ahead and do that now, and then I will change into something I can walk in and go for a walk before little mate goes down for his nap. Hey, wanna go for a walk? Okay, sorry about the angle, guys. Oh my goodness. My tripod, for some reason, I nearly knocked my pee onto the ground. That would have been disastrous. And yes, I'm doing this in my bedroom. A little bit gross, but I've got a towel down underneath of my pee that's in the cup, so don't panic too much. But yeah, my tripod, the audio, for some reason, when I record with the tripod is friggin' terrible. So, right, so I'm going to dip this one. So this is the first response digital, and it literally looks like a first response pregnancy test, but it's not. Before we got pregnant with the last baby, Brendan actually panicked when he saw one of these because I was testing my ovulation, but obviously it looks like a pregnancy test and it had 2 strong lines on it. So here you go, it looks like a pregnancy test, or very similar to. So he thought I was pregnant, which obviously it did turn out I was. I did get pregnant that month, but that was an ovulation test. It wasn't a pregnancy test. But anyway, you dip it for the same amount. No, you don't. Give me a second. Yeah, okay, so you dip it for as long as you would a pregnancy test. So I'm going to dip this one first. Same as a pregnancy test, the pee will glide across the screen and I will read the results after like 10 minutes. After like 10 minutes. So I'll read it when I get back from my walk or just before I go. I'm also going to do this one, which is just a little cheap looks like this. I will explain, like I said, when I get back from my walk, why I do these tests, why I do so many tests and how often I test. I just really quickly want to get these done before I go for the walk, and I want to show you guys the process of doing it. So that's what I'm doing right now. So it's the same, the pee glides across the screen. Sorry, it's not very focused. Okay, I'm gonna get changed and then go for my walk. We are back. We just did a half-hour walk this morning just before his nap, and it was freaking windy. It was so windy that my legs are now burning because I was trying to push his pram into the dang wind. But that's all right. I'm just giving him, he's just having his milk. He's just having his milk. I'm about to make myself some porridge, just this one, nice and easy. And then I'm going to put him down for his nap and do some housework and some washing and try and get some emails in while he is sleeping. And then it'll be time to go and get the boys. Busy, busy. Done some housework. Arlo is still napping. I've done some emails, so I thought I will quickly go over my HCG and ovulation testing with you guys. I thought I might start with pre this miscarriage, so how we were doing things before we got pregnant this last time, just for anyone who doesn't really know about ovulation, so I can give you an example of what we did. Pretty much, I would start testing my ovulation from cycle day roughly 12 or 13. If you don't know, your cycle day is counted from day 1 of your period. So when you start your period, that's counted as cycle day 1. Usually, women will ovulate on day 14-ish. Not everybody, and in fact most people I know don't, but that's kind of the general idea. So I'd start testing. For me personally, I know that I usually ovulate on cycle day 16, 17. I'm quite late, but yeah, so I will start testing on cycle day 12. Usually I will do one test until my line is starting to get darker, and then I will go to testing 2 times a day to 3 times a day, depending on what my lines are looking like. So I thought I'll show you how I tracked after our miscarriage in May. So after our miscarriage in May, obviously my body was still a little bit messed up, so I started tracking on cycle day 12. And you can see I didn't get my peak until cycle day 23. And I've just written down here little notes for myself. On this cycle, we did end up pregnant again. And then we miscarried that baby, as you can see here. So this is our ovulation, our June ovulation. So I started testing at 13 days. Twice, so you can see down here. So these here are from my my clear blue digital with the fleshies and non-fleshies. So to start with, obviously I had no positive at all, and I got my first fleshy on cycle day 20 in the afternoon. So you can see 21 I got a fleshy, 22 I got a fleshy. Got my solid in the afternoon on cycle day 23. Sorry, it's a bit hard to read. I'm looking through the camera. And then we went on to July. So this is the round that I ended up pregnant with our last baby. So again, I started testing cycle day 12. And as you can see my tests here, they gradually get darker. And I peaked here, and I also had my solid digital test on the same day, so at cycle day 16. And this is when we got pregnant this last time round. So you can see they go from nothing right up to really, really, really dark. And then you keep testing through it until they start to go light again. So this is the one I did find out I was pregnant, and I found out I was pregnant at, I think it was 8 DPO, so days past ovulation. And that obviously takes us up to our most recent miscarriage, which was on the 24th of September. So obviously after the miscarriage, not everything passed, so I did have to have a D&C, which is an operation where they dilate in something your cervix. I don't quite know how to explain it, but they just go in there and remove the excess tissue, so whatever's remaining. I passed the baby naturally, but I did have remaining products that they had to go in and get rid of. We had also decided, after talking to our gynecologist, that rather than me getting tested for my HCG every week, that I would do pregnancy tests and just watch my line get lighter. So I will show you guys those. Right up at the top here is the one we took before I actually had the D&C. So this, on this side is the control line. Oh, sorry, on this side is the control line, on this side is the test line. So you can see that it is a lot darker than the control line, and that's because there was still remaining product in there. And if you look down, so this is 2 days past my operation. So you'll gradually see them get lighter and lighter. It means the HCG is getting lighter and lighter. And then you'll see here, so this is the last one I took, and this was on the 12th, and it's negative. So the HCG has left my system, which meant I was okay to start testing my ovulation again to see what's going on with my body, because the idea is you don't ovulate when there's HCG in your system. I don't know how true that is. That's just what I've been told. So I have started testing my ovulation this time because I want to see where my body's at. Obviously, I don't have a period to go off, so I don't know cycle days or anything like that. So pretty much how I've written things this time is days past D&C, because I didn't really know how else to write it. And I'm already guessing that this cycle my body is going to be quite messed up like the other miscarriages I've had, but possibly worse. I'm not sure. But I'll just I'll show you quickly what I've been writing down. So as you can see, I've just written where when we had the miscarriage, when I got my negative pregnancy test, when I had my D&C. So this is testing day 1, so 11 days past D&C. So these are all for ovulation. So as you can see, they already started quite dark, and they had been quite dark. So the first day I had a 0 on my digital testing machine, which means there's not fertile. And since I've actually had flashies for the last, I'm on day 3 now, day 3 of flashy faces. And the test I have is supposed to can give you up to 4 fertile days, which would mean I should have a solid face either today or tomorrow, and that means I'm at peak, so I will ovulate within the next 48 hours. But I am confused this time round because, like I say, my body is probably messed up. I wouldn't imagine it should be reading any HCG hormone, because there is, or should be, very little to no HCG hormone, excuse me, in my body, because my pregnancy tests are negative now. So they shouldn't be messing with my ovulation tests. But the ovulation tests are they're light. Well, they're lighter than I expected to be getting a flashy smiley face saying that I am fertile. And the first response ovulation test, I'll show you guys that one. So this is the one I took this morning, and as you can see, it's super faint. It's there, but it's super faint. But this means no LH surge, which is the ovulation hormone. I don't know how to say it. Fertile hormone, maybe? I don't know. But this is really light. So part of me is wondering if the Clear Blue Digital just isn't right this month. Like, is it Is it possible it's reading some sort of HCG? Like, I don't know. It hasn't been thrown off any other months, any of the other months that we had the other miscarriages, but I'm not sure. It's very confusing. And I like I said, I was expecting my body to be messed up, but it still messes with your brain a little bit. But that's okay. I'm just going to keep testing and see what happens. As you'll see, I am testing 3 times a day currently, and that's purposely because my lines are already dark, and I already have flashes. So I'm watching to see what happens with that. Am I going to ovulate this month? Am I not? It'll be so much easier once I do get my first period and we can go off, you know, cycle day 1, 2, 3 and go from there. But that is just a little look at my testing, where I'm at with my testing. I'm sorry if this is boring for some of you, but obviously if you're watching this, you're interested in ovulation and HCG and pregnancy tests and all the rest of it. I have decided that for the next few months, my concentration is really going to be on my health. Trying to get healthy, trying to lose some weight, trying to get fit, just trying to be a better version of myself. I'm hoping it's going to help with my mental health as well, and just keep my mind sort of preoccupied whilst we're going through all of this crappy stuff. But yeah, just really concentrating on my health, what I'm eating, exercising. I've gone for a walk every night this week and I'm feeling good. I even went for a walk today, as you guys saw, and it's making me feel good. I'm taking the prenatal vitamins that the midwife has recommended, but pretty much, like I say, for now, I'm just going to concentrate on my health, concentrate on the kids that I have here, try and heal, let my brain chill out. I will update you guys again on the ovulation side of things when I have a better idea of what's happening, because this month, like I say, it's literally a little bit all over the show and a bit of a guessing game. And we are, what day are we today? So tomorrow we will be 2 weeks past the operation, and that's when the doctor said that I could ovulate again. So we're just going to wait and see. But I need to do some washing. I need to fold some washing, and I need to sort out dinner and stuff before I go and pick up the kids. But thank you guys so much for watching and following along this journey with me. If you guys have any questions or anything you want to know answers to, I'm thinking I may do a Q&A. I'm not 100% sure yet, but I will. I'm thinking about it. But you can either comment them below or go over to my Instagram. I have a new Instagram account, and I will put it across here, but it's NZ Mummy Vlogger. So you can message me on there, and I will think about doing a Q&A. I'm still at that point where I'm struggling to talk about it. I am still struggling to talk about it. I'm struggling to talk to people in person about it the most, whereas I feel like picking up the camera and talking to you guys, it's almost like a virtual diary for me. It's a release, and then I do have these memories for myself to look back on when I am ready. But yeah, thank you guys so much for all your love and support. It has been one of the main things getting me through this time, is all your guys' lovely messages. I don't want to get emotional. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe and leave a thumbs up, and I will talk to you guys next time in my next vlog. Bye guys.